I'm Shah. I'm Visha Oshwal Mahila Mandal chairperson. I come from India. I married with Nitin Shah in Kenya, and I'm born and brought India. My father name is Chandubai Gelani and mother name is Hiraben Shah. My father is doing lot of charity work in India. I have one brother and one sister, and my mother-in-law and father-in-law doing every 1 month one charity work. At very starting, I just come 22 years ago in Kenya, Nakuru, and post-election 2007, I start charity work. Some displaced people is coming our Nakuru side, and suddenly one of my friend in Kitale is called Tanuj Shah. He is all the time calling me and said, please Divya, you are doing this charity work. I said, no, I'm not doing anything because I don't know how to speak, I don't know even English. He said, no, you are doing.
My name is Nitin Shah. I'm the husband to Divya, and I run a business called JK Enterprises. Divya has been engaged in supporting the less fortunate since 2004. She played a reasonably big role in supporting the IDPs during the 2007 post-election violence, and it has been a continuous effort to lift people in need, disabled children. It has been an inspiration to us to see how we can help her to do what has now become a passion for her.
I get lot of well wishers, given me lot of money and lot of food stuff. And our aim, we are going in December 24th, and we give because we celebrate with prisoners Christmas, and really we feel good. And prisoners, even today I went and prisoner said, please mama, bring some pojo and rice, I want to eat pojo and rice. I said, no problem, we are going in Moide, and recently I'm going. And then after and always I'm going, I plant lot of tree, is almost 10,000 tree we plant in Nakuru prison. And then I'm going so many places, and I'm going even Kitale. Kitale is a special school in disabled. I feel bad, and I said, look, Mungu nanupasisi everything. We have everything, money, hand, legs, everything we have. Pachana fine kilakitu, and I'm doing more and more charity work. And this COVID time, I'm doing lot of charity work. One day my husband said, look, we have a grandparents, so please don't go. But I said, no, please, I want to go this charity work. Whatever I come, now I'm bathing, everything, but I want to go charity work. And I'm doing lot of place. And we have 3 school in St. Teresa, Barut Primary School, and Love for All. We are given food, all the children, and even prisons and some other place, and gives food and something, clothes, food, whatever he needs, sometime medicine, sometime wheelchair, and diapers and food hampers and some clothes for children disabled. And I went needy. I given food and some elder people I give some clothes and some jackets and all that, and most probably I buy for him food for maragwe and maize and all that.
From 2007 to 2018, we, together with Visa Oswald community, with her chairmanship of being the chairperson of Women's Wing, which is part of the Visa Oswald community, we have carried out a lot of projects and supported a lot of families. In her course of work, she gets a lot of requests for kids who don't have clothes, families who don't have food, families who are sick, who don't have medicines, disabled people who don't have wheelchairs, crutches. So she needs a lot of support in acquiring them so that she can be able to go and give them. So we play an auxiliary role for her. The request she gets, she shares with us, and we talk to our friends, our suppliers, our relatives, our community. Whatever we can chip in, we chip in, but we get a lot of support from all these other quarters. Recently, for example, she wanted to support the families and the children at the dump site. We managed to get quite a bit of hand sanitizers from Hako Industries. She managed to distribute them, and she spends a lot of time in this. Sometimes I miss my coffee, sometimes I miss my lunch, but the results, the fruits, they are so enormous, they are so immense. It it really makes us feel that we are doing a tiny bit in order to help.
I went Rongai is one disabled woman. He have three children, and he's just only 2 by 2 hut. His hut is really very small, and some county people said, okay, please, this mama is need some blankets and mattress. Then I went there, Rongai. I give mattress, blankets, food, and some children clothes. Then I start again my charity work 2018. Vishal Maila Mandal, uh, doing some fetes, big fete, and give all the money for Shalaji school. Then I went Bahati. Bahati, one of my friend Nason media man, he said, Mama Naman, we that lady needs some food. His Bahati, he has 14 children, and maybe is alone. Then we went and we give some breads, some food, ungaya ugali, and I'm doing personally because is someone said and I'm just given not like that. I personally go, I see what he needs, and always I taken some food and all that, and then I went and I see he's have really 14 children, his small hut and everything. And then again I go and I buy some blankets and some food stuff and some toys and for children because he has some small children, and then always we keep in touch with a lady. Okay, then I go Kyoto. Kyoto means is the garbage dump site. I went Kyoto. I asked Chief, Mr. Timothy. Then Timothy said, "I am chief in this area, so you ask other chief for London." Then I went and asked London chief, and chief is said, "No, you go. Don't worry, you go." And really, I want to see. That's why I take permission and I go. I give some children's biscuit and all that, and then I see this is COVID time, and is not hygienic because this hand and everything is not clean. And then I see children is like biscuits and say, "Mom, you come again," and it's almost 200 children is there. Then I feel, okay, look, these people, and I see this Makono iko chafu, and then I approach Nitin and Sanjubai, and then he's approach Hako Industry, and then he's given me 100 ml sanitizer, and I again went, he's given us 1200 sanitizer, and I went again, take permission, and we go and we give all the children's. First we said, okay, please, this is not a juice, it's just a hand sanitizer. Na takafanya namna hiyo na clean, and all mothers and children's, and some even is some people is throw garbage, all are coming, and we give biscuits and again sanitizer and all that. Hope and life is approach me. Okay, one lady have need wheelchair. I buy wheelchair on the spot, and I went and I take some food stuff, because it's my both mom birthday, my mother-in-law and my mom both birthday is 8 September. But then I went that lady. He has 14 children. 9 children is all the daughters, and other is boy. And really, I went there, and I feel very bad because mom is not even wake up, and if I touch his hand, is like a rubber. And I see, and it's just a small place. We go, we give wheelchair, and I seen, because I seen area is all the criminals area and all that, and if something happened, it's not I'm mentioned here, but we know. And then again and again I went almost 3 times, same place, and we give food. That's why girls is not come out, because it's full of criminal area. And mom said, okay, please, Elizabeth said, "Mom, if I get some money, so please, I want to come out for this place, because I have 9 girls, and all is almost is big, 13 and 14, 18, 19, like that." So really, dump side, I feel more and more I'm going, and people need something, and I see even some children is small, because this COVID times is no school. I seen some almost 8 years, 10 years children is going dumps, and he's taken something, some plastic chupa. Then I asked, "Hey, what are you doing this?" And then he said, "Look, if I get some plastic chupa, I get 10 shilling. If 1 kg is something peppers, I get 7 shilling." Then I ask few questions. I said, "Why are you not going school?" They said, "No, our school is closed because of COVID time." And really I feel bad, because he's one of the very small girl. is age of only 5, and he's taking some rubbish paper and all that. Then I said, why are you taking this paper? Then he said, is 1 kg. Then I got few money. Then I said, you sell which place? He said, some people is coming here. If our means it's lot of people is there, big, small, and some childrens and everybody is there. Then I said, some people is coming and we give. And then I said, even is allowed in you? He said, yes, is allowed in me even. And we are together and is collect some rubbish. Again I went for take some breads. Is my father-in-law birthday, and I take 400 bread, because I see, because these people is doing something, take plastic bottle and all that. I went direct there and I give everyone bread and things. But I don't know, I feel really bad, because it's the school time and this COVID, no school, and these people is doing. Then we ask, how many you get money? He said 200. Then I asked, you are doing what, this 200? He said, 100 shilling we give mom and 100 shilling Naveka pocket. Someone is approached me and I went Gilgil, and is the single mother, and boys is 25 years old and he's disabled. I went, I give food, and I see his house and everything. Then I thought, let me nanupai vitu, at least I nauza, and he is generate income. That's why I approached Jack Enterprise. Alafu nanupa mimi vitu, I give him, and he start incoming. And even day before yesterday he's calling me. Nasema asante sana mom. I'm slowly I'm uza yo vitu. So thank you so much. And I'm really very happy. I'm doing something and bring people up.
I was born in Kenya. I've studied in Kenya. All my friends are Kenyans. I live in this community. My father has been here for decades, almost over 80 years. My mom is over 80 years. We have all lived within the same community where we see this disparity of people who are not even able to fend for themselves. We are living in a different environment where God has blessed us with what we need as well as what we want. And we felt that we could do something to make a difference. And this is where Divya has come out and done so much. So when she gets requests for food, we've been supported a lot by a lot of friends. Cupwell Industries is one company that has really given us a lot of food in terms of rice, grains, pulses. They make food packs for us which can last a family for a whole month, and thousands and thousands of them have been distributed by Divya in so many areas. All this requires support in terms of ferrying the goods from the suppliers to Nakuru, taking them to where she needs to distribute. So we provide her with the logistic support, trucks, drivers, loaders, and any other assistance that she requires to ensure that food is picked from the supplier or the donor to, to where it is supposed to be distributed. There are times when she needs stuff that we don't have in our warehouse. Like there is a project that is ongoing since last year where she is supporting 3 schools. they in the area called Nambo in Nakuru and Ronda. So these three schools did not have a good enrollment, and we visited that school. We talked to the parents and the children who are living near the school, who are supposed to be going to those three schools, and we realized that it's not that the children don't want to study, but these kids don't have a square meal a day. They don't have food. How are they going to study? So she decided that each school, there is a school that had 1200 students, or rather they are supposed to have 1200 students. Another school had about supposed to have 600 students, and another school that is supposed to have 300 students. But none of them were even half full. So we decided that we find a way of enticing those children to come to school. So she felt that if she can be able to provide one square meal a day for those kids, let's say for example lunch, perhaps that will entice the kids to come. So she built kitchens first of all in those schools. Then she fabricated large sufurias from the ironmongers in this Juakali part of Nakuru. And then we started getting grains like maize and beans. So we got most of the stuff. We didn't have bowls for kids, so we managed to get donors for bowls for kids to be able to be served in it. And within a very, very short time, all the schools were full. We got over almost 2,000 children now studying before the pandemic situation started. And we're hoping that this first week of November, when the schools open, we will be able to resume and be able to continue providing that one square meal of gideri and then once in a week we will provide them with either rice or spaghetti. Kids love spaghetti and rice. So we keep on changing a little bit every now and then. So these are the things that we come in as a family, as a JK Enterprises, to try and support what she is doing and what the community requires. You know, at this age, I don't say I'm very old, and I'm not very very young, but I'm fine. I have gone through 4 stages of happiness, and the first stage was to accumulate wealth and means. I got a little bit of happiness, but it was it was not the happiness that I wanted. Then the second stage was collecting valuables and items. You want this watch, you want that car. But again, I realized that the effect of this happiness is temporary. Then came the third stage of happiness, and that was doing big projects, maybe buying a villa or a resort or something, or developing a property. But it still didn't give me the happiness that I imagined. But then came the fourth stage of happiness, one that I experienced and I can never forget in my life. A friend of mine mentioned that there is a place where there are some disabled people who need wheelchairs. So I bought wheelchairs. They were small kids, not very old, and I just distributed those wheelchairs with my own hand. And I saw the kids in that wheelchair, sitting in that wheelchair, pushing themselves here and there, enjoying it so much. And it's like the joy on their face was so much, enjoying themselves like as if we've taken them out for a picnic and having fun. And I saw the happiness on their face, and amazing. But the real effect of happiness was yet to come. After we finished distributing and watching the children playing, I decided to move out and go home. But as I was moving out, a small disabled child was on the ground. He couldn't walk, so he was on the ground. And he held my feet. And he held on to them. I want to move out. So I stopped, I looked at him. And I asked him, "Do you need something? Why are you clinging to my feet?" And the look on that child made me get transfixed on his face, on his eyes. And what he told me is something I'll never forget in life. He told me that I just want to see your face. Let me look at your face so that when I go to heaven, when I go to heaven, I will still be able to recognize you and say thank you. It's a it's a it's a feeling that I have never experienced in my life. It's like I own the world. It's the feeling of that contentment, satisfaction that I got by giving those wheelchairs. And one small kid changed my life. This is the true happiness that I have always missed in all these years of my life. And I actually recorded this event in a written form with that one sentence. It was like he was blessing me. It was like ni Mungu amesema. And with God's grace, all the charity activities that my wife has done, all those that she's done with the community, hakuna siku tumekosa kitu ya kupeana. Hakuna. And I'm glad, very happy that my son has also taken after his grandparents. He was the first winner of the Meta Heart Run, which is organized every year by the Meta Hospital. They collect fundraising, so my son got the highest amount of money, which was donated to Meta Heart. And he even had the courage to approach His Excellency Right Reverend Raila Odinga in a function where we went to attend, and his wife Ida gladly put him on his lap and even sponsored him. And he was about, how old was he? About
8 years.
8 or 9 years old at that time. So we are glad that it runs in the family. And I would really want people who are watching this to try and see what they can do in the area that they live, the, the, the town in which they live. We can't take the credit. We are not entitled to it. The only credit we can give is to the Almighty, because He has facilitated all these activities that she's been doing since 2004. We really feel indebted to Him, and there is not a single day we have ever failed to pray together as a family, not to ask the Lord to give us more, because He's already giving, just to remind Him that we are thankful to Him, we continue to receive His blessings, and we can never ever ask for anything more. He keeps on giving. We don't want to beg. We don't want to pray for more, but we want to let Him know that yes, we are thankful. Please help us to continue supporting the less fortunate, to be able to come on their feet, to start a community project which can generate a little bit of income. So many things can be done. People don't have to be millionaires to be able to do charity. People don't have to have a lot of money to do charity. People need to have the heart to do it. The most expensive donation that can ever be given is not money, it's not food, it's time. You need to give a little bit of your time. So if you find one community member, two community members, or a whole community willing to give time, there is no bigger gift that you can ever give to anyone. Divya is giving a lot of time. She doesn't give out a lot of money. She doesn't give out a lot of food. But there are people who want trustworthy people who can do this donation, who can give their time, oversee a donation. There are people out there who are willing to support those who are willing to do the actual physical work. So many people come to us and tell us, please allow us to participate. We can't come and do the actual work. But because your family is doing this, we are very sure whatever donations we will give will not be wasted. So we get a lot of support from a lot of our suppliers for the simple reason that whatever they give out will not be squandered. Whatever they give out will not be wasted. It is being done personally by Divya and the family and the community in which we belong to, like Visa Oshwal and the HRSC, which is also a very big contributor to what she's doing. So let's all join together and let's try and see how we can uplift. If every Kenyan will do his part, I can assure you Kenya will not be a poor country. Kenya will be the richest country, not in terms of wealth, but in terms of the richness of the heart of the Kenyans themselves. Because every Kenyan is a God-fearing Kenyan. They love people, they love doing this. All they need is someone who can drive this. And there are very many people. Go to your church, talk to your bishop, talk to your priest, talk to your pastor. come out and ask him, how can we do this? And you will definitely find a way.
I wake up early sometimes because my charity work is very early and we went to go far away. So I wake up early and I make sure that everything is ready. And only chapati is not ready because our family member want chapati moto. Then my mother-in-law Natagnesa and Nupawa moto chapati and all. And really my mother-in-law is supporting me. And sometime in I just come and he said, Divya, you eat first. I said, no, ba, I don't want to eat first. Let me I finish my work and then. But mother-in-law is even given sometimes money, and he said, really, I like you are doing this charity work. And mom na fundisha mimi unajua kama wenaweka makono namna hivyo is good because wenajua Mungu napenda and we are human being, so lazima sisi nafanya chakula, we are eating and we give even someone. That one is my mother-in-law teaching me, always put your makono up, not down. That's why I like. And my father said, kama nakuja mageni hapa mingi na viatu iko nje mingi is good and alete baraka jumbani. Our house is lot of people is coming. African, Asian, anybody. We are always laugh and we like and whatever we have food, we serve them. And everyone like our food because we are completely vegetarian and mom said is whatever time, if it is morning, evening, you give whatever time you have food. Is tea time, you give tea. Is lunch time, you give tea, lunch. So, and my family member is really support. And Nitin is very busy, but my brother-in-law Sanju is always support me. If I said last minute, okay, Sanju bhai, I need car, I want to go this place, I want to that place. He said, no problem, Divya bhabhi, car is coming, you are ready? I said, yes. That's why Sanju bhai support a lot for me. That's why, I'm always asking, you have car? And then I stuck because of car, because sometimes driver is not available. Car is available, but driver is not available. So Naman is always said, Mummy, don't look your age, you just drive.
I fear for the people on the road if I drive. So I would rather I engage a driver for her all the time. Once in a while, yeah, she might miss, but we always make it up. And kazi yake lazima iendelee because we don't forget the bigger picture. The bigger picture is for her to succeed in what she is doing. If I don't get a driver, I will go and borrow from my neighbor. Lakini she must do it.
No, I'm never so.
She is always happy when she comes from a project or from a donation. Well, I'm looking at my selfish interest. When she is happy, I'm happy. I find my day also better because if your woman is not happy, trust me, you will have nightmares in the house. So better keep her happy.
Thanks for my whole family because everyone is support me. Is Hindu Religious Service Center, Vishwashwal Baila Mandal, Vishwashwal Men, and Jack Enterprise, all suppliers. Even my old auntie and uncle is staying in UK, some is staying in USA, India. Everyone is support me because I'm going that place and I see and then I donate something. I go frequently and I give. And if someone said me, okay, Mama Naman, we need here help. And I'm not sick, Vachanan and a kesho. No, I want to go on the spot. I am believe on the spot. I'm not believe next
Postponing.
day, yeah, what like that. I'm believe always kama people nasema, I action on the spot and I go.
You
That's
see,
why I need car and everything. That's why my son said, Mommy, if you want to go, you just do driving yourself and you go.
we feel that if we are part of this community, should we live like animals? If you go to Masai Mara, there are 100 ghazals there, and there is one lion who is going to hunt one of them. So the moment the lion starts hunting, the 99 ghazals will scamper, and that one ghazal is being pursued by the lion. None of those 99 will come and help the one that is being hunted. Are we like them? Should we live our own life without seeing how our neighbor or a needy person in our community, kama anajiweza, kama hajiwezi, aren't we supposed to see what we can do to help rather than live like animals where they don't come out to support? I think that's the reason why the human race is the most supreme race. Why? Because it can think, it can decide. These animals cannot decide. They can't, they don't have that intellectual power, understanding, and ability to go and support that one that is being hunted. But we have that. So why don't we do what God wanted us to do? Enda usaidie ule hajiwezi. Vile utaweza, hata kama ni kidogo. It will make a difference to him. And if everyone does that, you will lift that person. He'll be among you. He'll be part of your community in a better way. That's the focus I would like every viewer, every person in this country to have when they wake up in the morning. What is it that I can do today? How can I put a smile on someone's face? And you start with your employees first. You start with your staff first. You make them happy. You look at their needs. If you start there, you will not even need to go somewhere very far because your staff has issues of school children going to school. They don't have fees. They don't have clothes. They don't. There's so much need among your staff themselves. So if you start there, you will suddenly realize, oh my God, if help is needed so near me, how much is needed out there? And I think we can make a difference.
Hindu Religious Service Center is doing lot of charity work. Nairobi, Nakuru, Kitale, and some more place. And he's doing same thing like school, a feeding program, tree planting, some borehole, and encourage people.
You've seen Visa Usual community, a community that very few people actually knew before the Westgate incident. And during the Westgate incident, probably the whole republic came to know about Visa Usual community, their contribution for that incident when they were supporting so many people who were involved in that Visa Usual, in that Westgate incident. And that is the same community, but it is there in each and every town. So this Visa Usual community is for Nakuru, and it has really supported a lot of Divya's projects.
Divya anafanya mzuri tena na support sana kwa watu vile watu iko na njaa napatia chakula kila aina. Okay, na yeye anafanya mzuri sana.
Hata sisi nafurahi kwa kazi yake. Naomba Mungu nasaidie kufanya kazi hiyo, itakuwa mzuri sana.
My name is Chandrakant Kanji of Shisha. I'm trustee of Visa Usual community, and I would like to introduce the community as one of the very active communities in town who have been helping underprivileged in many projects. Also, we have, as a community, we have built a school in Cabernet for the children over there. Our members partake in many social and community affairs, and they are very always active in supporting the underprivileged.
My name is Sanjeev Shah. I am the chairman for We Social Community Nakuru. The community center in Nakuru was built in the 1940s, around 1941. The Nakuru community is a very small community at the moment. At the height of its excellence, it had 700 members. Today we are between 350 to 400 members. We have the We Social Community Center, under which we have a number of other sub-organizations like the temple, the medical scheme, the Shalalji Nangpar Academy, and the ladies wing called We Social Mahila Mandal. The chairlady for We Social Mahila Mandal is Divya Shah. I happened to be elected 3 years ago in 2017. I have been the treasurer for We Social Community for the past 11 years as well, before that, and now I have the privilege of taking a lot of charity programs which we coordinate with the other wings of our organization, like the Mahila Mandal, who is very active in this sphere. We run the school, and it's a cosmopolitan school which has got 3 areas: the nursery, primary, and secondary school. We have in the past helped a lot of less fortunate members of the society but brighter students to be admitted to the school as well. We get requests from various county and government organizations when need arises. We also volunteer to do our own charity programs. Some of the charity programs that we do are on every Christmas. We celebrate with the local communities. We do at different venues. The last one was being at Mogotio last year. The most recent one was during this COVID time, which was done at Bondeni, where we have donated to 500 disabled people and elderly. On a continuous basis, we support Ms. Divya Shah, the chairman of Mahila Mandal We Social Committee Nakuru, to keep on carrying out small helpful needy programs to be executed. We work on a non-profit basis organization since we are social, religious and cultural organization. We support the government initiatives whereby we give them the use of our premises free of charge and some of our infrastructure which is always available for them to use when we do not have any of our own functions. We always welcome initiatives and try and support as many programs as possible. We are very lucky. Our committee is vibrant, and when called upon, they always come forward to see how best any program can be executed, whether it's in donation in kind or self-service. I would request all the members of the committee to join hands in supporting our programs. Thank you so much.